What's up again, everybody? I'm the 1B, and clear my throat there. So, I'm doing some more thumbnail creation, and this time, this is for a video where I use Premiere Pro to video edit some of the uh, VOD, stared in playthrough VODs from Twitch. Um, I was messing around with this logo here for a second so like I said before, it's like typically I try to everything that I use is pretty much mine. I may take inspiration from somebody else's, but like in this instance, Adobe has their own branding stuff, and I don't really want to mess with it and get anything wrong. So I went to try to find their branding. Usually websites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like these places are willingly have like a media page where you can go and grab their logos to put on your stuff. They have some stipulations and some things that they would like you to do when you're using their stuff. They don't want you to really make changes. I've had a hard time finding Adobe stuff. So I had to grab one, and I basically tried to make sure that it was just as close to this logo as possible. You know what? It may even be possible to go in and grab this from the files within the download or the install and stuff. But I couldn't find anything on it quickly, and so for now, this is what we're gonna. I was able to find one of these. It had some weird things going on with it. When I downloaded it, it was a little transparent, which may be how they handle stuff on the web. I didn't really see anything. Like I said, I was trying to find pieces or find information about it somewhere, but I didn't have much luck. It was a quick search. I spent maybe 10, 15 minutes trying to find stuff. Maybe 20. Anyway, whoa, it's 146. Maybe more. Anyway, let's move on. So this is a 1280 by 720 image, and I like to use high resolution, which is around 300. If I'm using Illustrator, I have it at 600, and on Photoshop I do 300. I think I could do this higher. Doesn't really matter. I think this is CMYK. I typically like to work in those because in case I have to do any type of printing with whatever I make, then it's already set up for that. Of course, there's a debate on you should be using RGB for digital, but you know, it just makes it easier to be comfortable working in CMYK. Anyway, so that's fine there. Let's go ahead and save as. I like to just get my files in order. YouTube thumbnails. Creative. We're going to go. I should just have a stared in folder. So we'll just do that now. Drop that in here. A new folder. Stared in. VOD. Editing. Okay. And then this is going to be stared in. This may end up being a template, but for now we're going to call it stared in VOD editing thumbnail. Okay. So we're going to save that in here. Click OK. Grab my paper, white. Down. Paper. And then Alt backspace puts in your front color here, or your front color into the background. You can hit Control backspace, and that does the back one. Control Z obviously undoes. Control Shift Z redo. Yeah. So just some tips there if you aren't using those. And we're gonna shrink this. So I think this is okay for now. Let's do it about there for just a moment. So my thought is because video editing is a little To me, video editing has more movement involved in it than, like, say, a thumbnail is more of like an image. So video editing is video, and there's more movement involved in that. So I want my thumbnail to feel like there's a little bit more movement to it. So my thought is typically I use, so we want my logo in here. And when I do the thumbnails for creative, where's that at? Here it is. Black. We'll do black. Do I want the white background? Yeah, we'll do black. Okay. All right. So what I've been doing is, like, it has this here and then this over on this side. It's about the same size, and then I'm putting the text in between. And then let's pull in, what is this? This is the PNG here. Let's close that. We can download this or delete that. To pictures, start screen, stare it in. So what I'm thinking is, what if I what if this was half the image? Just thinking. I should be thinking out loud. So here's what I'm thinking. This, I don't know if I like how this looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to recenter that. I think Premiere, I think we're definitely using this. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet. My logo has to stay as well. But there's something that I do, like I've been putting a black border on the bottom and I haven't been doing it on top. And then in the other videos, I'm doing a border all the way around, a double border. But in video, in a clip, of course, this is old clip, right? It's kind of the ribbon where it's film, where there's like holes in the top from where it's like been, where it's being like pulled through the machine or whatever. So what if I was to put a black line here? I'm going to just hit that. Let's go ahead and duplicate that layer. Control D grabs the, or clears the selection. So we have those. What if I did this? An equal. There we go. Control Shift gives me an equal square. Say 70. Looks right, right? That's center. Then we do that. Let's move it over, say 50. Then select OK. Up a layer. Flip it. and go white. And what if I do this now? $50. Oh my goodness, that's not what I wanted. If I control D that again. Did that do anything? Control Z. Nope. Control Shift Z. I was hoping that Control D would duplicate, but it didn't. What do I want to do? Okay, yep. And then, oops. Again. Keep doing it until we get to the other side. Could probably select all of them. Okay. More. How does that look? A little close to the edges. I would almost rather it have some overlap. Let's go ahead and do that. What if I did it like this? Over 20? I want to try to get one out here. Like that. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. Video film. Yeah. Perfect. So there's two different looks that I could go here. I could put my logo here in a space, in a square. So think like new, let's say like this. Just for instance, right? We're gonna just pretend for now. And another one. Right? And then the logo would be here. And Premiere Pro would be here. Stereo would be in there. So it would look like it was actually like, these would be bigger. I think these would have to be bigger. These spaces. Maybe we just make them white right now. Something like that. Maybe it even needs some text. Okay, let's get these situated. Top black, bar, bottom black, bar, white, spaces, bottom white spaces, bottom white spaces, top white spaces. And it needs text. So it would be like, Stereo, which VOD editing. Something like that, right? How does that look? I'm not mad at that at all. It just needs some spacing. Maybe I even give it a black background. Then we take this and we fade that a little bit. Right, so that's not standing out so much. Okay. I'd almost be willing to give this a dark purple here, then put this light pink in the inside. Something like, just duplicate these real quick. Select that one. Something like this. Let's give it a little bit of color. How are we looking here? I think we just gotta try it and see what, what ends up. I mean, ideally it's to draw people's attention in, so we'll see what draws people's attention in. Well, it seems a little cramped. That's my only issue. Yikes. This is gonna be annoying. There. I probably could have just I could probably just do one. I actually like this much better. Oh, I think I know what happened. May have did something stupid. Doesn't matter. We'll just merge the group. It's alright, I'll keep the original. That's all that matters. Try to put some tints in there for me when I use this one again later. Okay. The only thing now that I'd like to do is take this one and this one. We need to do even distribution. We need to do that. We need to do that. I've not like once they updated a lot of this stuff in Photoshop, like I've not used it before. Like I use spacers a lot. So like I'll say like what is the space between this and this? Do that. Make it red so you know not to mess with it. Red is danger. Danger, danger, danger. Okay. I'm gonna take a bottom one. Like that. Which, right, we know that this is evenly spaced from this to this because I've picked it, I put it in the middle. Then, what you could do, what I would do, is take it, hold shift, and rotate it evenly 90 degrees. You can also right click and transform it that way, but let's find the middle. So this is what I would actually say right here already. We already know that we want this. He's there, at least. Then we'll take this one. Grab it there. This. Back it up to there. Now we're evenly spaced out. We know that this is a little bit longer. But does make it this gap bigger. So, but is this is going to be different in every single video, every single thumbnail. Got to get this text right too. Get your text right. I never like my paragraph the lines in the right or center. To me, it feels weird. I'll align it the way I need it to be aligned. Check that off. We'll control this. Select it to convince. To convince. So should give me an equal spacing. Equal. Could be a problem here with this. Just like that. Too much. There. Grab that. D50. Perfect. Okay. So now. This is the spacing fill. Character. We're at 120 spacing. Let's jump it up to 150. Let's see how that is. Maybe not enough, not good enough, because the spacing is in the spaces in here. Might not be. Let's look at what 200 looks like. This is a good way. 180. Too much. 190. Too much. 185. Close. More. Too much. 184. Ooh. 183. All right, all right, all right. I'm happy with both of those. The only thing I want to try now is adding a stroke around the Twitch VOD here. That's too much. 2. And let's change it to that color. Nope, that color. That color. Maybe we add a second stroke. Stroke number 2. View 100%. Does that make reading that easier or harder? Maybe making the text black. I like the way that looks. What if I did a light? Oh, that looks so good. Actually, really like that. File save. How many of those do I have? Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. All right, everybody. So we created a. This is a stared in Twitch VOD thumbnail, VOD editing thumbnail, but this is probably the one that I'm gonna go forward with. In my for all my Premiere editing videos. So for now, I like this thumbnail. I really like the text, the way it is. Haven't not the borders seem maybe bulky. If that's the right term for that. Yeah. But we're gonna go with it. I like it. I like the way it turned out. Yeah, so hopefully there was some good information in here, kind of my thought process on how I'm doing these things, creating the templates. The key to the template is like you could see that this was a 35 minute process here, and that wasn't even counting me looking for the Premiere Pro logo, which was like 30 minutes, which turned out to be 30 minutes, and then just kind of tweaking and like even like it's an ongoing process. Even like I could keep going and thinking like how thin do I want to keep these, maybe I want to try the text a different little way, but the key is to like be able to get out these thumbnails quick and make them look very clean and functional and have some consistency, which hopefully inject some professionality to my look. Yeah, so I want to thank everybody for watching, and again, I'm gonna have some more videos coming, so watch out for those, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, please click the circle in the middle to subscribe. The rectangle on your left is another video. The rectangle on your right is a playlist of other videos that you may enjoy. Thanks again. Peace.